Hello class, I created this video to help answer a question from Unit 3, Learning Objective 5. I believe that had to deal with the central limit theorem, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the question came from the required stat lab type problems at the end of the learning objective. So if I click here, I can go to question number 6. Your numbers will look a little bit different, but the steps to solve this problem are the same. I also want to show you a Word document where I jotted a few formulas. If we were dealing with a mean while using the central limit theorem, these are the the equations you would use. And if we're dealing with a proportion, these are the formulas that you're going to use. Right, so you notice standard deviation is calculated by using some type of proportion when we're dealing with a proportion. And if we're dealing with a mean, you divide the standard deviation by the square root of the sample size. Okay, so for question number 6, the problem that we're looking at deals with the proportion, so I'm going to be concerned with these formulas down here. Okay, and I'm going to really use StatCrunch to do most of the heavy lifting. Okay, so the first question says, describe the sampling distribution of p hat. So p hat equals p, so we're going to use this 0.51. All right, so it looks like all of our answers here have 0.51. But then how do we come up with our standard deviation? Well, if I look at that formula, it looks like I can do the p times a quantity of 1 minus p over n. I believe n in our problem was 1,000 and p was 0.51. So if I take out my calculator, oops, let me try that again. Okay, I think this is it, right? P times 1 minus p divided by 1,000, and the whole quantity is going to be, I have to take the square root of that. So my p was 0.51. I just want to double check with my problem. Yeah, 0.51, and my n was 1,000. So when I press enter here, it looks like I get 0.01581, because I believe we have to round to 4 decimal places. So, okay, look, that I feel good about that. That's one of our choices, 0.0158. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places. So I'm going to select answer B. All right, so our standard deviation and kind of our mean. Press final check, and we get a well done. So now it says, okay, using this information, what is the probability of obtaining x equals 540 or more individuals? So if we go to StatCrunch and press Stat, Calculators, Normal, again, if we were just using a regular mean and standard deviation, you can put your values here and you can compute any probability. So I think we had 0.51 was given to us, right, 0.51, and our standard deviation was this 0.0158. So I'm going to put in 0.0158. And we want to see probability of 540 or greater, and you have to be careful here. Initially, I was tempted to put it in 540, but remember, it's 540 out of 1,000, right? It's 540 out of 1,000. So I put in 0.540, right? Because if I do 540 divided by 1,000, I end up with 0.54, and we want to know greater than or equal to. So here is my probability, and I'm going to cut and paste that into here. Now, it did say around 4 decimal places, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think we can make that an 8. All right, so let's just make that 7. We're going to round up, and we check our answer. And it says, well done. And then it says, what is the probability of obtaining x equals 490 or fewer? Okay, so we simply go back to StatCrunch, change this to 490 divided by 1,000, and it's going to be less than or equal to. And here's our value. I'm going to cut and paste, and then round 4 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to become an 8. And I think that should do it. That's it. So that's how you do question number 6 in Unit 3, Learning Objective 5. I hope that helps. Very best, and have a great day.